everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Pullip doll here, and we're going to do a head-to-toe review to find out if this doll is right for you. Let's get started. So today I have a Pullip doll, and you'll notice this one is out of the box, and I'll get to that in a moment if you know me. This is Chibi Moon. She came from when they were doing their Sailor Moon line. And she is very lovely, but we're going to do a head-to-toe review, and we're going to start with the one thing that she's missing, and that's her box. Normally, these come in a very nice box. They have a huge window, so you can display these dolls in their box without any issues. This one here, she came to me in her box, was absolutely trashed, so she is actually on display in a cabinet. But you'll notice she's also missing some of her pieces. She had barrettes at the top along with some other items. So if you're looking at yours, you have one and you're seeing that she's missing those items, it's because, well, unfortunately, they did get trashed. But despite the box issue, we're going to do a review on this Pullip doll and find out if Pullips are right for you for collecting or playing with or whatever you decide. The first thing we're going to notice is the hair. The hair for this particular line, and I'm going to use the Sailor Moon line, for this particular line is very well done, super duper soft. I personally love the styling of the hair. They did a wonderful job, amazing job with the buns that she has. It's absolutely stunning. You'll notice she does have the eyes. They are almost like They call them eye chips, but they're almost like your typical ball joint doll eyes that you would put in. To my understanding, these are interchangeable. You'll notice in the back of her head, she does have some screws. That is so that you can get to her. And some of these dolls come with the rooted hair. Some of them come with wigs glued down. Try and get a good look at that. You'll see it's almost a wig that's been kind of glued down for her. I haven't tried taking this one off for obvious reasons, but yeah, you could make a Pullip doll your own if you really wanted to. There are some sites. I'll put the links down below for that. As far as their faces are concerned, the faces are typically almost identical each time. She does have painting on her forehead, obviously, and she does have the lashes, but they're pretty much the same, and that is, common with the Pullip line. Her clothing is actually very well made. It's very nice, very flowy, all considering. Now, you'll notice one thing that seems a little odd with these dolls. I'll see if I can get a better look at that. You'll find that these dolls are disproportionate, and that's very common with the Pullip dolls. Their heads are humongous, and they have these almost like Azone or Barbie-like bodies to them. And that is true with all of their line. They are all very small, and I will use, let me put her hand up so you can get kind of a comparison shot of her hand to her face. Very, very small. As a result, they also have, and I'll try again to get her kind of going. They also have the very small feet, again, in comparison to her head. So if you're looking to customize a doll like this, it is not difficult because they do use that Barbie-like body. So making clothes, buying clothes for these are actually fairly easy. And as I said, you can easily make one of these your own. I'm sure you could if you can't find this doll, which they are a little bit difficult to find. I'm sure you could make your own version of this fairly easily with things that you would find like on Etsy. As far as, anything more than her outfit, I mean, I will say these dolls, while they do pose decently, and I will show the joints. They are almost like a ball joint in there, as you can see there. They do pose wonderfully, but because of the head, and I'm going to let her go, but yeah, their heads are so big that it is really, really difficult to get them to stand. Now, Pullip dolls, they do come with a plastic stand that has metal on it, which is actually very nice because you're going to need it for these guys. They don't stand very well on their own, if at all. And again, that's because their head is extremely big and extremely heavy. So do keep in mind if you are planning on getting into the Pullip doll market. Doll stands are a must for these guys because trying to get them to pose or anything like that on their own is it's near to impossible. Very rarely have I seen it done, and even then, most of the people that have done it, they've said they use things like wires and stuff like that to get them in that position to stand on their own. So I would definitely keep that in mind if you're looking for a larger doll, than the Barbie style body. Pullips are not going to be the choice for you. But they are very nice. They're very pretty. I do enjoy their faces and everything. They have a very unique look to them, and you're going to find a lot of anime figures or anime characters, I should say, that are made into these dolls. And their clothing is actually quite well made. So it's not like you're not going to get, quality items for these dolls. Now, are they worth the price point? That's kind of a difficult answer. And I'll say they're worth as much as you are willing to pay for them. Are they worth their usual price point? Again, that really is all dependent on how dedicated you are maybe to the character itself. If you're really dedicated to that character, I could definitely see, paying $200, $150, $200 for the character. But if you're just buying the doll just because you want, say, a Pullip doll, I don't know. I mean, really, honestly, it's up to you to decide if it's worth the money. Personally, I don't think they're worth that amount. I think that yes, while their clothing, their wigs and everything are very, very nice. Some of them that have more intricate, clothing to them, sure, I could see spending a little bit more, but honestly, I can't see this being more than maybe a $125 doll. But that's just my personal opinion. Um, yeah, I mean, they are plastic. Dolls are not really vinyl, they're plastic. So their bodies do feel kind of cheap. I have heard of people that get them better bodies, so that might be an option you might want to look into. There's a lot of modding that you can do with these particular dolls. And yeah, like I said, I will put all the links down below on things that people do to mod these dolls. As far as the Sailor Moon factor goes, I'm a huge Sailor Moon collector, so I gotta say, yeah, 100%, this is worth it. I mean, you're not gonna see many Sailor Moon dolls. I mean, we have the Volks dolls, which, to be perfectly honest, if you're looking for a Sailor Moon doll, that is the one I would go with. And yeah, it's gonna cost pretty much a kidney, but they're well worth it because they are very, very well made. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative because you want a doll and you just think these guys are absolutely adorable, these are a great substitute for that. So I would say, yeah, if you're looking for something just to kind of fill that void, these guys are perfect for that, in my opinion. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever it is, where you are. Stay safe out there. And as always, be good to each other. I'll see you again next week. Bye.